All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I head out for the night, I want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. And of course, I am going to prepare you to trade the best setups at the best prices. Before we do that, for tomorrow's trading plan, I want to share with you the best trading strategy. This trading strategy will change your life. It's changed many members' lives within Trader Society. One of the top traders today made over $20,000 using this strategy. We ended up buying call options at the exact lows, and we bought put options at the exact tops. I'm going to show you the best trading strategy you can possibly use to crush the market. I'm telling you, it is simple and it is life-changing. If you are interested in buying stocks at the low of day and getting those calls at the lows and buying puts at the high of day, shorting at the top, this is going to be the right video for you. Let's get straight into it. So the main focus I'm going to keep on is the best setups at the best prices. I had a couple auto trades today. The vast majority of them were fairly well. I bought calls at the lows twice. Then I switched to puts before the gap filled here for a quick loss. Then I just waited for the best setup at the best price. And I also played puts at the exact top at 3:56 p.m. I have a crazy story to this one. I'm going to show you how I did that as well. But let's get into it, man. So this was our plan. The key levels, this is our trading system. So what are the key levels? This is the trading plan. These are the levels where we trade the best setups at the best prices. As you can see in the pre-market, I had said the best level for put options to short the SPY is going to be $415.19, which was the exact high of day. And Dimitri ended up buying puts at the exact high, literally right here when this touched 415 before I got in. I ended up buying puts right here when it was at 414.70, and then I added to those puts when it was at 414.60s. But with that being said, how was I able to know this before it actually happened? And how was I able to alert this to my team in real time? In terms of the best setups at the best prices, I alert those trades here. So when a key level triggers, if I get confirmation to enter the trade, I alert my best setups at the best prices here. And as I had stated, I was in 414 puts at 10:22 a.m., sold for a very, very nice win. How are we able to do this? How are we buying puts at the exact top before stock crashes? Well, I'm going to share with you some of the basics, right? So first things first, what we do is we do two things. We identify gaps, we wait for stocks to gap up, we wait for stocks to gap down, and we also wait for bag holders to get created towards those gaps. So let me show you what that means. As you could see, the SPY was forming some support at this 414.70, 414.80 level, right? So there was some support here. Well, when it cracked this support level, it got crushed and it sold off very, very quickly all the way down to $412. So what I tell you guys all the time, I tell you, if you see a support level crack and have a big crash, let it crash. Don't chase it. Don't go buying puts into the red candles. Let it crash. Set a price alert where the previous support is. Will, where's the previous support? The previous support is towards this 414.50, towards the bottom of these wicks. If you want to go to higher price, you can use the closing price of these 1 minute candles. What should occur is the first time it spikes back, as you can see at bottom towards pre-market lows right here, it spikes back. Pre-market support, that previous support should react as a lower high, should react as a resistance level. We got a nice confirmation there, and it sold off again, right? And it went even lower to $409. So I'm sitting here and saying previous support should react as a resistance if it spikes back up towards that 414.50 because the bulls just got trapped and bag holders were just created. And I'm also saying that strategy, that's a lotto strategy, is combined with the best setup at the best price. Will, what's the best setup at the best price? Right here. There was a gap to fill on SPY at $415.19. The SPY gapped down on this day. It never filled the gap. It partially filled the gap right here, topping out at 414.50, had a massive sell-off. It partially filled the gap right here at 414.50, had a massive sell-off. Right here, it gapped down and there was a gap to fill at 414.6078, had a massive sell-off. In the pre-market, it was selling off massively from that 414.6070 level towards that higher gap that was already filled, and also towards that 415 to 414.50 level. What more confirmation do you need? You tell me. Gap close reversals, we wait for a stock to gap down. We wait for a stock to open up lower than it previously closes, right? So right here, the stock opened up lower than it previously closed. That means there's a gap that's waiting to fill above. Why do we care about that? Because when the gap fills, like it filled right here and we bought puts at the peak, just like we did today, it can potentially have a reversal and react as a resistance level and get crushed. And you can see we're doing this at the top of the channels. I want you guys to focus on puts where gaps are filling above at the top of the channels. Look, this is the top of the channel, 416.80, $415.19. This gap hasn't been filled yet. We're towards the top of the channel, 414.50, 414.50, right? This is why I made it very, very clear in the pre-market, the best level for puts is 415.19. We also have a gap at 412.83, but that's the one in the middle. It's going to be make or break. If it reacts to support, then it's going to spike to fill the gap at 415, which is the best price for puts. So if I play puts at 412.80 because it looks bearish and I want to get in at a lower price because it can potentially verse here, then I just get stopped out very, very quickly and hit it with more size, trade the best setup at the best prices. But that's more if you have a big account. What I'm telling you is you need to focus on identifying channels, and you need to be trading gap close reversals at the highs of those channels to short the SPY and the lows of those channels to buy calls. So this is what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on stocks that are forming a resistance channel. Do you see how SPY has resistance at 416? It has resistance at 416.80. See how it gaps down? Overreaction to the downside. It's bearish. It already crashed. All the bag holders who were buying here, do you think they're going to be buying when it rips back up towards the highs? No, they're going to sell their bags because it crashed massively. And then what they should be doing is, if they want, they can buy low instead of high. Not as simple as that though. But what is simple is saying, okay, SPY's at major resistance, it gapped down. It opened up lower than it previously closed. It had a massive gap down. It had a massive gap down. It had a massive crash already. It's already bearish. If it instantly rockets back up to close the gap, buy the puts. If it instantly rockets back up to fill this gap at 415.19, buy the puts. What more confirmation do you need? We know stocks can have reversals when they fill the gaps. We know there was a gap to fill at 415.19. We know it recently had a gap close reversal slightly above that level at 416.78. We know it's a proven strong resistance level with big downside potential, and it already crashed. What a gift. If you want a Valentine's gift, you're looking at it, folks. This is your Valentine's gift right here. SPY fills the gap in the pre-market, which does not count, but what does count is pre-market price action. The gap technically hasn't filled if it's in pre-market. It hasn't filled during normal trading hours. So if it fills the gap in the pre-market and sells off massively, what do you think is going to happen if it instantly spikes back up to actually fill that gap at 415? It's going to sell off and get crushed, right? So I use the gap close reversal strategy along with identifying the channel. I looked in the pre-market and I said, okay, where was the support? Where did the bag holders get created? This is resistance. Your resistance is at 416. I'm asking, where's the support? The support was right here. It consolidated for 3 minutes at 416.70. We had a gap to fill last week at 415.19, which hasn't filled. There's big downside potential. It's towards the top of the channel. It already sold off hard. So if it instantly spikes back up to that previous support, or if it instantly spikes up towards the gap, you start scaling into puts. If you see the lower highs forming, you start adding into those puts, right? So I'm going to draw a line right here. I'm going to draw 2 levels. This is the put zone. This is the short zone. Your previous support right here towards this 414.70, you can call it, and your gap towards 415.19. I'm not going to nickel and dime it. If it already crashed massively, I'm just going to get in close to the gap if it looks bearish. With that being said, when did it start looking bearish? What were some confirmations using the 1 minute? Along with, again, it's already confirmed because it already crashed. It already crashed. If this just crashed from 416 to 409 and instantly rockets back up to 414, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to sell. They're going to sell. If I bought a stock at 415 and it instantly dropped to 409 and spiked right back to 415, I will sell my bags. I will sell it. I got the worst entry possible. I will get out and buy the puts. This is what I do. I wait for the bag holders to get created. I said, okay, this is your support at 415. It cracked massively. The bag holders are now created. I now know your previous support towards 414.70 should react as a resistance. And then I combine that with a gap trading strategy. I'm looking at the 10-day, 30-minute chart, and I'm saying, okay, is there any gaps to fill above towards that level? Okay, there's a gap to fill above at 415.19. It recently filled a gap towards 416.70s, which is where it tops in the pre-market, sold off massively. It's already sold off massively. We're towards the top of the channel. We have a gap to fill below at $408. Play the puts. So simple. This is so simple. I am giving you the most simple, highly effective strategy that is going to get you in at the exact top. But the question is, are you going to wait to miss out? Are you going to miss out on the CPI data and not do anything and not swing and not gamble? Are you going to miss out and wait for the stock to gap down and gap up and not swing trade and not enter all these lotto trades? You need to miss out. If you want to make money, miss out on the worst setups so you can trade the best setups at the best prices. The money's going to transfer to the traders who are entering shitty trades to the people who are patiently waiting to trade the best setups at the best prices in the long term. That's what I need you to understand, man. This is a very simple strategy. You must wait for the news events to come out. You must wait for the massive crashes. You must wait for the massive spikes. You must wait for the gap ups or gaps downs. You must miss out first to identify where the bag holders were created, so you can then prepare to trade the best setups at the best prices. I did nothing for CPI. I missed out on whatever the move was. I missed out. And guess what I did end up doing? I ended up buying puts at the exact peak. No theta decay, no problems, no gambling, no swinging. I waited for the best setup at the best price. This is the process. The process is I prepare you. I prepare you to trade the best setups at the best prices in the key levels. Any other setup is a lotto trade. It's not the best setup at the best price, and I do not recommend anyone to take it. It's just simple price action. With that being said, I then alert my trades in real time. If my plan triggers and I get confirmation to enter, I'm going to enter the trade and I will alert it in real time. We killed this on the SPY floor, man. So I'm putting you onto the game. The question is, are you going to wait? Are you going to wait for the FOMC to come out? Are you going to wait for the CPI data to come out? Are you going to wait for the big gap ups? Are you going to wait for the big gap downs? Are you going to wait for the channels to develop? Are you going to patiently wait and miss out on making money to put yourself in a situation where you have the education to understand, okay, here's where the bag holders are going to be created. Let's trade the initial reactions. Let's trade the gaps. You must be disciplined. I'm telling you, you will gain a lot of confidence in your trading by missing out at first, waiting to trade the best steps, the best prices, preparing your trades very, very strategically. If you want to become confident, you must have competence. That is the key word for today. Competence and discipline. I'm telling you, if you have a trading plan and you stick with it and you wait for great setups, right? So this is what I consider a great setup. I'm saying, okay, we're towards the top of the channel. Major resistance, very little upside potential, very big downside potential, right? So we're already off to a good start. What makes it even better? What makes it more competent? What makes it more competent is it's already confirmed bearish. It crashed from 416 to 409. What more of a reason do you need if it instantly rips back up to just buy the puts at the previous support level right here at 414.70 that was never tested, or towards the 415 gap zone for a reversal for a sell-off? What more do you need? You have two options. You can buy calls at the peak, or you can buy puts at the exact top. And that's what we do, man. You must wait to miss out first, and then you could prepare to trade the best setups at the best prices. There hasn't been a lot lately, but when they come around, which is a couple times a week, and you compound the account and you're consistent with it and you're not doing anything else but whatever you want to do and learning on top of that, and you can practice other strategies with a demo account, but in terms of best setups, best prices, you're just trading those with live money. That is completely fine, and that's what you need to be focused on. Tune out all the noise. Consider anything else noise, anything else an experiment, anything else a paper trade in a sense. You need to focus on what I'm showing you here and nothing else. These opportunities will come around, and the ones who are disciplined enough to miss out first and then prepare to trade the best setups at its prices because they missed out and they know where the bag holders are created, and they're going to wait for the overreactions and they're going to wait for the reversals, are going to be the ones who are most successful. This is a choice. Being a loser is a choice. I cannot guarantee you're going to make money doing this, but what I can say is you are going to be in one of the best positions possible to succeed as a trader. It is all within the charts. You must trade the charts. You must wait for the charts to develop, and you must, I'm telling you guys, One word that really changed my life throughout the past year was competence. If you become competent and understand exactly what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're getting into, you miss out first, you create the trading plan, you stick to the plan, and you just trade the best setups, those prices, and you learn to wait and you learn to delay gratification, you will be so much better. So please just focus on that, man. Focus on that. I want my followers to be successful. I want you guys to be rich. I want you guys to be powerful. But we're not going to get there if we're not trading, if we're not trading the best setups at the best prices. So be consistent. Be disciplined. You must be different, right? You must do this differently. It's a game. You have to wait. You have to wait for the bag holders to get created. You have to wait for all of the motions to settle in. This is what you got to do, man. Profit off of people's misfortune. Oh, you bought calls at 415? That's very misunfortunate of you. It spiked all the way down to 409. Oh, you didn't sell and you held the bag? Great risk management. Oh, would you look at that? It spiked right back up to 415. I hope you sell your bags. I hope you get out. You got lucky there. Oh, I'm going to buy some puts here and short the stock. This is what you must do, man. Wait to trade the best setups at the best prices. Wait for the channels to develop. Wait for the gaps to form, miss out on the news, tune out all the noise. This is what you do, man. Just do that. Now, in terms of a lotto trade that I did make, and this is just going to be a super flex. So I had a quick errand to run. As I was heading back to the crib, I was on the elevator. This dude, he's holding flowers, chocolates, and the market hasn't even closed yet. I'm like, man, you couldn't have just delayed the gratification and done that shit later. Like, bro, SPY is at the previous, it's slightly above the previous closing price right here. It forms a bearish doji. As soon as I get off the elevator, I scalp puts. The puts go up 100% in 4 single minutes. I made a quick $1,000 profit on that very, very quickly, just a lotto trade. This is what you got to do, guys. You got to wait to trade the best setups at the best prices, man. Delay all the gratification. The reason why I bought puts there is that resistance was reacting as strong resistance right here. And there was previous support right here towards 414, and it just made sense. It just didn't make sense for SPY to close strong because this is a bearish like M type of pattern, and it has a very bearish wick trend reversal candlestick. It just made sense. It was overextended. Play the puts, they went up like crazy. So that's how you trade the best setups at the best prices, man. I really encourage you guys to use this strategy. With that being said, I'm going to be signing off. I will be in the chat from here. If you do want to join Trader Society, now is the best time to join the program. It's a one-time fee. It's lifetime access. The program is going to go up in price. We don't do discounts. We don't lower the price. We don't do coupon codes. It's going to go up in price within some time. This is the best time to join. We have 4 traders who are truly standing out, and they're making over 5 figures every single week. Some of them are making 5 figures daily. Jim C, Top G, Steven, and Dimitri. These are the best traders within Trader Society. And I'm telling you, your best chance, you stick to the system. You wait for the key levels, you prepare to trade the best setups at the best prices, and then from there, we go live on stream, we trade these live in real time, and that's what we do. That's the system. Anything else, it's just noise, it's just price action. I'll do some lotto trades, but we're waiting. I'm telling you, man, you gotta wait to trade the best setups at the best prices. Wait for all this to develop. Miss out on everything first. If you wanna be surrounded by a community where we're trading the best setups at the best prices, we have a system instilled. This is going to be the right place for you. And the beauty of what we're doing is in the system that we have, it's not time consuming. It doesn't take a lot of time for news to come out and then say, okay, here's where the bag holders were created. I'm going to set my price alert. It doesn't take a lot of time to get in and out of a trade. We're scalpers, right? So this isn't time consuming. What I'm doing is not time consuming. So you have time freedom. You have location freedom because you can do this anywhere in the world. And you also have financial freedom once you are successful. This is why trading is the best job in the world, because the way I trade is it's a very strategic system in terms of what I'm teaching you guys. Like I said, just ignore the lottos, ignore all the other noise. If you have a bigger account and you're successful, you can do certain things that small accounts don't have. Your best chance if you're starting out is just to trade the best setups, the best prices. Ignore everything else. But with that being said, if you want to learn this skill set and you want to be surrounded by a community of network and change your life, this is the best program for you. I'm telling you, man, it's a strategic system where in terms of the best setups at the best prices, there's going to be a couple trades every single week. And I just want you to focus on trading those. If you have a large account, you're already successful and you're experienced and you're doing very well trading the best setups and you've established consistency with the strategy and you're doing very, very well, then if you want, You can branch out and experiment with other strategies, quick price action trades, in and out, but don't go doing anything crazy on those. You need to put your focus on best setups at best prices. I have multiple brokerage accounts, and one account is just trading the best setups at the best prices to track the results with that specific strategy. And that's where the best results have come from. I can speak from experience on that. So I'm telling you, man, we have the system. We have the gap trading system. I will teach it to you. I will prepare you to trade the best sets of best prices. When the price alert triggers, we will wait for confirmation. If we get confirmation, I'll alert the trades in real time. And the point is, it's going to make you self-sufficient. We're not looking for people to blindly follow trades. If you're just trying to just blindly follow trades, this is not the room for you. We're looking for people who can add value to the trader society, to the society of traders. If you can add value, if you're willing to put the work in, and once you become successful, you lift someone up, whether that's someone in the group who's a beginner or whether that's someone that you know in person, that's who we're looking for, and that's who we're looking to attract. If you just want to be spoon-fed and just trade the best sets of best prices, I don't want to attract that type of mentality. I would just encourage you guys to really learn and focus on trading the best setups at the best prices and become self-sufficient, right? I'm not trying to spoon feed people, but I will show you what it is that I'm doing. It's the first link in the description below if you want to join. It's a one-time fee, lifetime access. You get access to live trading streams. We are in chat all day, every day. You get access to the key levels, the trading plans, the real-time trade alerts, the live streams, the voice channels, the SPY floor. I'm in the SPY floor every single day, every single minute. You also get access to everything else within Trader Society. We had a very great green day as a whole. 44 were green, 11 were red. For the 11 people who were red, they did not buy puts at 415, and they were trading other setups. I ended up buying calls at the exact lows twice, and then I bought puts a little bit early, but I got stopped out very, very quickly. Those were just lotto trades, and I did well with the lotto trades, but I don't encourage it, and I do not recommend it. Like I said, it's only for people who have earned the right, and they're already successful. But even if you are successful, does not mean you should even be doing lotto trades. It's more of an experiment and experiencing with different strategies that are not the best to see if you can do well through risk management, position sizing, and through price action, because I am a price action trader, but in terms of the best sets of prices, I combine that price action and experience with the gap trading setups, and that's what I recommend for people, especially for beginners. Now, with that being said, if you do want to join Trader Society, it's going to be the first link down below in the description. I will see you guys tomorrow live at Market Open.